IPMNation.com.
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your boy 8Bizza, a.k.a. Bobby Botox Flow, a.k.a. Your Mother Is Better, and you're checking out the local Outbreak on IPMNation.com, but you better not get vaccinated.
Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com. Welcome everyone back to the show. And we are, as we are always, at the studio in downtown Laconia. Funky little gift shop and art gallery here. Got some new art up on the wall. TheStudioNH.com if you want to learn more about this wonderful place. And as always, thank you to Melissa for having us. We get to do the show here every week, every Tuesday night, by the way. So if you're in central New Hampshire and you want to come check out a live taping of Local Outbreak, come on down. The weather's getting nice, and you can come on in, check the place out, support your local businesses. Very, very important. So the studio at 50 Canal Street in downtown Laconia, New Hampshire. And, of course, we are sponsored by Central NH Events. If you need a DJ for your event, go to centralnhevents.com. Mr. Tim Martin does a phenomenal job and is a big part of what makes this show possible. And, of course, you can hear Local Outbreak not only on IPMNation.com, but if you're in central New Hampshire, Sunday nights at 10 p.m. on 100.1 The Planet. So we are here now. We have 8Bizza. How are you, sir?
What's going on?
Welcome to the show. And
pleasure to be here.
We haven't had a hip-hop artist on in a while. You know, we do, on Local Outbreak, we do all different kinds of genres of music as long as they're New Hampshire artists. But you're the first hip-hop artist we've had in a while. So.
Glad to break the cycle.
Yeah, exactly. And I listened to the tracks yesterday, and really, really great stuff. So
thank you.
Looking forward to hearing some more of that tonight, and we'll come back and chat in a minute. But what do you want to play to start off the show?
Probably your favorite track, I think.
Yeah.
Just, might as well just set it off.
Yeah.
You know,
all right. Sounds good to me.
Beat around the bush.
Right. So it's the wrong. I'm sorry. I keep thinking of it as Ratchet, but that's
a flawed design.
A flawed design.
A.k.a. Ratchet.
All right. Yeah, this is really good. All right, check this out. And this is from 8Bizza here on Local Outbreak. On
Shout out to Articular.
Oh, is he the producer?
He's a producer, yeah.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Articular? Oh, that's okay. Yeah. All right, check this out. This is 8Bizza here on Local Outbreak.
This one's for the not the ladies. Can someone explain to me when the F became cool to become a I don't get that shit. When I was growing up, it was, you need to find a woman that's loyal to a man, the type he can bring home to his mother, and uninhibited in the bedroom. Nothing else, none of this 24/7 bullshit.
Where's the ratchet? Where's the
Someone
ratchet?
gotta fix the design, because this is flawed,
Why you
man.
wanna be ratchet? Who's the ratchet? Where's
Articular.
the ratchet? There's the
You a
ratchet.
monster.
Why you tryna be ratchet? Who's the ratchet? Where's the ratchet? There's the ratchet. Why you wanna be ratchet? Who's the ratchet? Where's the ratchet? There's the ratchet.
Right
Why you
there.
tryna be ratchet?
Yo, she watched VH1 and MTV when she free idolized the girls on the screen like that's the way to be. Loud features, high price trash, while a real dude will see and try to bypass that. Leopard print paddock opposing her whole gear. How many of my brothers you killed just to prepare that to wear? Get out of here. She looking tacky as a bulletin. I'll be bored with these and the numbers they be pulling in. But it's a party in here, peep this misto. Pop a pill, blow a line, inhibitions at the door. 5 or more shots of Patron, now she ready to go. Plus a couple Cosmos, and she don't remember no more. Came to the club pretending she wanted a girl time, and knowing that she'd be on the first dude, she catches with the ride. Thought she met Mr. Right, in the morning, goodbye. Now it's Saturday, she about to give it one more good try. But
You're not impressing me none, hun. You're not impressing. You're not impressing me none, hun. You're not impressing. You're not impressing me none, hun. You're not impressing. Just saying your gender back when you go and learn your lesson. You're not impressing me none, hun. You're not impressing. You're not impressing me none, hun. You're not impressing. You're not impressing me none, hun. You're not impressing. Just saying your gender back when you go and learn your lesson. Who's the ratchet? Where's the ratchet? There's the ratchet. Why you wanna be ratchet? Who's the ratchet? Where's the ratchet? There's the ratchet. Why you tryna be ratchet? Who's the ratchet? Where's the ratchet? There's the ratchet. Why you wanna be ratchet? Who's the ratchet? Where's the ratchet? There's the ratchet right there.
she works so damn hard since she can make herself up, but shorty went from looking good to a reality smut. And the irony is all that stuff ain't even real. And when these cheekers decide that they want that Miley appeal, but dogs love that don't notice he's flawed. Shorty got him going gaga cause she lived for the applause. Pause. I don't see it changing anytime soon, but I also don't see anybody jumping the broom. That's sad. How's it special if anybody can get a piece? It's the same every week. Baby, how's that self-esteem? You want an escape from the mundane, I get that. But searching in the wrong places got you facing setbacks. Another trick and you forget that. Your jam's on, twerking on some chump you wanna bend you like a you do the deed and in the night the dummy scram gone. You ain't happy, why you keep doing this to yourself? Come on!
But you're not impressing me none, hun. You're not impressing. You're not impressing me none, hun. You're not impressing. You're not impressing me none, hun. You're not impressing. Just setting your gender back when you go and learn your lesson. You're not impressing me none, hun. You're not impressing. You're not impressing me none, hun. You're not impressing. You're not impressing me none, hun. You're not impressing. Just setting your gender back when you go and learn your lesson. Who's the ratchet? Where's the ratchet? There's the ratchet. Why you wanna be ratchet? Who's the ratchet? Where's the ratchet? There's the ratchet. Why you tryna be ratchet? Who's the ratchet? Where's the ratchet? There's the ratchet. Why you wanna be ratchet? Who's the ratchet? Where's the ratchet? There's the ratchet. Why you tryna be ratchet?
And why you knocking back another round? Didn't see Romeo slip something in your drink when you put your glass down. Now you stumble and bubble before you pass out. I said, and while you knocking back another round, didn't see Romeo slip something in your drink when you put your glass down. Now you stumble and mumble before you pass out. Somebody call 911! There's a white girl passed out on the dance floor!
Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com, and we are at the studio in downtown Laconia. 8Bizza is our guest this week.
Yeah.
And where are you from?
I'm from Merrimack. Actually born in Boston, Southie. Shout out to Southie. And I lived in pretty much Merrimack my whole life.
Okay.
Decayed with the short time in Manchester, bounce around.
Now, how long have you been doing hip-hop?
Oh, my God. Since I was 12.
Yeah.
I just turned the big 3-1.
Oh, no kidding.
Recently.
Yeah.
Last month, actually.
So it's been a long time.
Forever.
It doesn't surprise me because everything you have sounds really professional.
Thank you.
Not to knock anybody, but
Right.
a lot of what I hear in terms of local stuff, a lot of it's really good content, but maybe the
Right.
production isn't there, or maybe it's really well produced, but the content isn't there. But you've got everything covered.
I appreciate it. I got to owe a lot of it to them. A lot of the times I went to a studio where people have actually got engineering degrees that actually know how to run a mixing board. I kind of
Right.
watched them and saw what they did, and kind of just adapted my sound a little bit from that. Just get a general idea.
Yeah.
Because I know how certain things are supposed to be louder. That's not really the term you want to use, but gains on boosted up on certain stuff, lowered on other stuff. Frequencies and all that. So
Sure. So you is a lot of your stuff self-produced then?
pretty much,
You know
and
what you're doing?
especially lately, like as of the beginning of this year, I've given up sampling actual songs and all that, and actually gone to just composing myself because I found some tricks, little tricks on the MPC that I've been starting to really implement, and I've been starting to come up with a lot of crazy sounds. Some of the stuff I've given you, I'm pretty sure is actually newer stuff that I've done that has that new sound to it.
Yeah.
It's not too much different from what I used to do back when I was getting into what I was doing, but it's more now I know what I'm doing, so I can kind of go and implement and do the things I wanted to do before,
Sure.
but couldn't beforehand.
Sure. Okay.
Plus, then I won't get sued after. So
Right.
that helps.
Right. Exactly.
Not knocking digging though. Shout out to the diggers out there. What up, Nefarious?
Have you ever sampled something and then had someone kind of?
No, actually, I've been lucky so
Yeah.
far. But you know what it is too is that I've never made $1 million off music. I mean, really, it's kind of a poor man's sport. You're trying to get
Right.
into it, but I've been lucky at not getting in that position. But I've been, I don't want to. I don't want to get stuck, so
Right.
let's see what happens.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you don't have a lot of money, there's no reason for anyone to come after you, really.
Plus, if you played a little bit differently and change a couple notes, then nobody knows the difference.
Right,
It's
right.
what it is.
Yeah,
Works
yeah.
out.
Exactly. So when did you move up here from Boston?
I was probably like 2. I was very young.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
I bounced back and forth there most of my life, so it's like I always say New Hampshire first, but I was born in Boston, so I still
okay.
got that whole mass hole kind of. Can you say that on the air?
yeah.
Okay, so I'm still kind of a mass hole, but not not living there.
Right. Do you go down there a lot in terms
A
of
lot.
playing shows? And
I actually, there's a lot of people I work with down in the Mass area, like my man Regal, Boulder Brothers. He's actually opening for 9 next this Thursday,
Nice.
as a matter of fact. old school,
Yeah.
keep it classic, 6 million ways to die, what you want, all that stuff. A lot of people I work with down there, my man Abyss, so many people. I honestly can't even think about the names right now, but
Yeah.
they'll pop up, and I'm sure there'll be some in the tracks as well. But I've done a lot of stuff, people down there, and just a lot of people up north, as a matter of fact. So
Really? Yeah.
I've been kind of basing myself as far around and work with everybody I possibly can that's got on the same kind of path as I am.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people, believe it or not, that are on the same path I am. So
Yeah.
it works out.
Yeah, that's excellent. Is it? Do you have to? You mentioned up north, but do you have to reach out of New Hampshire a lot to really kind of?
Honestly, it kind of really depends on like who it is that you work with. Because there are promoters that are trying to get everybody kind of unify and come together and really start to do shows in more of the areas around here instead of just being out of New Hampshire.
Right.
I think Trapjaw, I could owe a lot to Trapjaw for people actually coming up to New Hampshire to see shows and stuff like that. Because before them, there really wasn't that many people actually putting together. I don't know if there was anybody, because actually back when they were even getting into it, I wasn't even really into hip hop at that point. I was still kind of getting my legs wet and all that stuff. So
Sure.
But everybody's I think that they're like probably the biggest reason why, at least now, why people are starting to come up to New Hampshire to do shows.
Yeah.
So
Is it in terms of the genre that you're working in? Is it difficult to find? I mean, it seems like rock bands, it's easy to find other bands to play with, but my impression is with hip hop, it's a little more difficult.
It kind of is. Like, I guess basically, if you really think about it, it really doesn't matter what genre of music it is, because there's always going to be people that are going to be at each other's throats and not wanting to work with each other, not agreeing with the the content, and to be totally honest with you, especially with, if you've heard my stuff, so you kind of know what I'm about at this point, but there's not a lot of people that are, really saying the type of stuff I'm really about at this point. And that's kind of why I think it's difficult, especially now.
Sure.
Because there's that whole, all right, well, you want to sound like everybody on the radio, so you only talk about this stuff. Whereas there's other people that may want to actually talk about like what's going on with like the government, for example, or, maybe they don't want to talk about like how much they pop Molly and get drunk and all that stuff.
Right.
That's just, just an idea.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, it seems like now, especially, it's a little harder.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. In terms of what is some of the subject matter that you do tackle? You mentioned the government, and is there a lot of?
I don't
politics
mention the government as much now. Back when I was starting to really try to get myself out there, I was a little bit more of a conspiracy theorist back then.
Yeah.
And there's still some stuff I do believe. I'm not gonna completely knock the whole the whole movement, but
sure.
At this, really now it seems like a lot of times they're just reaching for ways to like, all right, well, this is because of this, and it's like, well,
right.
What's your backing to that? What's the point? But I'm not, like I said, I'm not knocking conspiracy theorists completely, just some of the really nut jobs that like knock just everything.
Right.
Everything is bad. Of course everything is bad, we know this, but that's what I was getting into before. But a lot of it, I tend to have a lot more fun now, and I don't always talk about subjects that are but I try to like base it between like a lot of bragging, and I'll talk about like somebody trying to have having a hard time like trying to get up, make some money, and do their thing,
sure.
Which everybody talks about, but like trying to get into the cusp of why it's tough, like maybe you got fired and it's hard to get a job or something like that, or it's just you just can't make ends meet because you just paid off so many loans. This normal day stuff people have to deal with, and then maybe I'll talk about getting drunk on a Friday night.
Right.
But
do you know
do
you know Pick Your Poison or K-Daver?
I've heard of, actually I think I was actually at Ari the Rugged Man show recently, and they brought, actually K-Daver actually brought him up.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, they're
all very, K-Daver is very conspiratorial.
Yeah, I couldn't really, when he was on stage, I don't know if it was a mic check, but I didn't catch everything he was saying. But
yeah,
I did hear something. He was talking about aspartame, and and I 100% agree with that. It's tough. It's tough to be healthier.
Oh yeah,
I've been kind of like a little bit better about it lately, because I've as of a year ago, I gave up caffeine because I needed to.
Yeah.
And I didn't give you that track, but yeah, it's on one of the ones I gave you. But I talk about how like caffeine is basically, if you abuse it, it's no different than like doing 7 lines of cocaine like a night or whatever.
Right.
And I was drinking like 3 pots a night. So.
Wow, really?
Stuff
For
like
real?
that, yeah.
Wow.
So I get the whole trying to be healthier. Like I don't eat pork.
Good for you.
I've been eating a lot of like more grass fed. I can't always get it, but it's a lot of stuff like that. I agree with with that, the whole no aspartame thing, but it's tough because it's in everything.
Sure. Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
It really is in everything.
Do you feel better? Like, do you notice it physically?
I think a lot of it is like the whole no gluten as well. I don't always eat no gluten. I don't eat as much as I used to, just because a lot of this stuff doesn't have it that I buy now. But I've noticed a lot of a difference. Like, I'm not as tired anymore. I mean,
good.
Especially giving up caffeine, because it's kind of, if anybody that knows, somebody that's average coffee drinker, average soda drinker, whatever, they always have that 3 o'clock crash or whatever. It's not going to stop it if you drink a couple more or a couple more, things of soda or whatever. You're just going to get tired all day, and then you're not going to sleep, and you're just going to be a zombie. And that's ultimately what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like that 30 years of my life. And I was drinking it that young. I'm not like one.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
I was like probably 2.5. I started like sneaking my dad's Pepsis, and
oh wow,
he's got me on film. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Shout out to my folks, by the way.
Well, why don't we play another track? What do you want to play next?
I gave you Respect My Awesome, right?
Yes. Oh, I like this one too a lot.
All right. Yeah. Shout out to my man Undo. Shout out to my man Actees. Actees is actually from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Shout out to Distant Strangers as well. That's probably the one I would play next, because I want to give them some shine too.
All right. So Respect My Awesome is the name of the track?
Yes.
Okay. So this is Respect My Awesome from 8BZA here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
If you ain't got no lyrical skills, just close your eyes right now, 20 seconds, and respect my awesome.
You see, I got no time for talking. You wanna talk, you gotta keep up with my run while you walk. You best to step it up the jogging. Or close your eyes for 20 seconds, dog, and respect my awesome. You see, I got no time for talking. You wanna talk, you gotta keep up with my run while you walk. You best to step it up the jogging. Or close your eyes for 20 seconds, dog, and respect my awesome.
My awesomeness demands your respect. When it comes to the flow, rappers know they getting wrecked if they step. Minnesota, that's my home where I rep. Landed 10,000 lakes to put haters if they disrespect. Electrifying like my cousin Dwayne Johnson. Laying the smack down and telling rappers Oscar Johnson. So awesome that you really can't help it, you just keep watching. Haters pay your respect if you can't pay your side of pocket. Now move aside the stage. Just calling me, wanted me to rock it. Got a packed house pumped up, ready to start rocking. So give me the mic and let me do what I do best. Spit ill, get up in the booth and kill. Always keeping it real. Cause they spitting that all up on that groupie. It's already well known that we get up on the microphone and straight up rip. Sharpest blades on the mic, freshest blades on the ride. You can hate me, but you'll respect my awesome. Don't lie.
You see, I got no time for talking. You wanna talk, you gotta keep up with my run while you walk. You best to step it up the jogging. Or close your eyes for 20 seconds, dog, and respect my awesome. You see, I got no time for talking. You wanna talk, you gotta keep up with my run while you walk. You best to step it up the jogging. Or close your eyes for 20 seconds, dog, and respect my awesome.
If you know what I know, then you know that I can't fit in no category. Even an overused word like epic doesn't begin to define my glory. I'm so amazing, motherfuckers have to monkey wrench, but they tend to forget I'm a tech as the tools of the fuse moves me out of disrespect. Karate man bruised on the inside, but nobody labeled me Valentine. Still you wish you could trade places of pain greatness when you really ought to break out. No calamine, I'm a hybrid leopard with a taste for flesh. If you hate from the gate, you debate. No debate, it's certain you'll make it on the menu next. No need to set a plate, I'll take it to go. Always on the verge, murder is legal, call it the purge. I'm in the vehicle about to merge, going off a electrical search. Just like my temperament for misused grammar, disrespect no manners, or a that don't have no place in sandals. Here's some money, go get that handle. Somebody wanna get this vandal, cause they don't like how I dismantle everything when I move my mandible. Yet you trying, it's just not tangible. So the three of us leave you deep in the dust, and the peak of disgust. We beast you bust, so it seems you just gotta sit and respect the awesome. End of discussion.
You see, I got no time for talking. You wanna talk, you gotta keep up with my run while you walk. You best to step it up the jogging. Or close your eyes for 20 seconds, dog, and respect my awesome. You see, I got no time for talking. You wanna talk, you gotta keep up with my run while you walk. You best to step it up the jogging. Or close your eyes for 20 seconds, dog, and respect my awesome. From living in my father's basement, tricking my BMX pedal bike across the pavement, walking from the Bronx to Brooklyn in the latest Jordans, fresh out the cages of something outrageous, custom painted. Straight leaving faces stuck in cryostasis. Ice grills on stick-up kids visiting icy pills. Get it? Stick-up kids visiting icy kills. I see killers everywhere, but do not see skills. I'm just insane enough to keep the people entertained. Like proposition the NFL for a football game. Beyond hard hitting, just
to make it interesting. Fed pen versus state pen, the rules strictly prison. My simply playing in this segment probably got somebody deaded by a weapon embedded. I'm sorry. But see, all that I've invested in, though the profit's pathetic, the knowledge that I've collected on me. You see, I got no time for talking. You wanna talk, you gotta keep up with my run while you walking. You best to step it up the jogging. Or close your eyes for 20 seconds, dog, and respect my office. You see, I got no time for talking. You wanna talk, you gotta keep up with my run while you walking. You best to step it up the jogging. Or close your eyes for 20 seconds, dog, and respect my office. You see, I got no time for talking. You wanna talk, you gotta keep up with my run while you walking. You best to step it up the jogging. Or close your eyes for 20 seconds, dog, and respect my office. You see, I got no time for talking. You wanna talk, you gotta keep up with my run while you walking. You best to step it up the jogging. Or close your eyes for 20 seconds, dog, and respect my office.
Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com. We are at the studio downtown Laconia, New Hampshire, talking with 8Bizza.
What's going on? We're just making a racket over here, you know.
Yeah.
Causing problems.
Well, you know, it's
burning things down.
We always hope people will, you know, wander in and stuff and buy some stuff while we're here. Check out the show.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
See people grilling me as they're walking by, like, what's going on in here?
Yeah.
Who's that guy with the weird goggles on his hat?
So, how much have you recorded? It seems like you've recorded a lot of material.
I honestly lost count.
Really? Yeah.
Like I said, I mean, I've been doing it since I was 12. I'll tell you how I got into it, and then give you an idea like how back, as far back as it goes. But I used to, before I even knew how to like record anything or whatever, I found out that if you take you remember like the old like with the cassette decks, how you could like have it on like dub and record and all that stuff like that. I found out, if you remember back, I'm gonna keep it. Remember this, remember that. They used to sell them when people didn't have CD players in their cars. So you just like the tape, the CD thing.
Oh yeah,
buy those Radio Shack for $20. I bought so many of those. I would just plug one into like the one deck, and then I'd hit record, and I'd play the beat on the keyboard I had. I had this like really top of the line keyboard first time. It had like really crappy 80s drums in it, but it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I used to make beats on that, and because it had a loop feature, it was cool. And then I would record all that into one tape. Then I'd take that tape, put that on the first deck, put a blank in, play that beat, record, grab a mic, and then I'd do like 5 or 6 times. So I'd have like 18 of me, which would be ridiculous. But I had the red I did back in the day, but
yeah,
that's as far back as I was with that. I was like 95.
Oh wow,
95.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Jeez, wow. Do you still remember your first rap that you ever wrote or that you ever recorded?
I remember. I probably can't even say it on the air because it was full of cusses.
Really? Yeah. But you do remember it though?
I remember one of the first lines that like I tried to put as a song, and like I probably did that song about 18 different times on like 18 different beats, because back then it was like, all right, let's get the CD single or the tape single with the instrumental. Oh man, the instrumental. Now I can do my own version. So I would do like that, and I don't even remember like how many times, but I was that kid that would make the tape up and then give it out to people in class.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Back then it was a bad idea.
Really?
Because I was not good.
Yeah, but you were, it's part of learning.
You know what? It gave me some humility, so I'm all right with that.
There you go. There you go.
It was to do something, to make the impact and then see what happens after that. So.
Right. So in terms of distribution now, I mean, how do you approach getting your music out there? It seems like hip-hop artists are generally more more resourceful as far as promoting with a lot of particularly just in the rock and metal genre. Sometimes people are, they don't want to seem like they're doing too much to promote what they're doing. It's almost like not cool to push it too much, whereas hip hop doesn't seem to have that self-consciousness. You know what I mean?
I do understand what you're saying. It's, I guess, basically the best way I can say this is when I first was starting to try to put my stuff out, I really didn't know what I was doing. I was kind of like wet behind the ears and still trying to, and I mean, I still have a lot of things I need to learn how to do, and I'm kind of trying to take the right resources at this point. But lately I've been going more digital, and then like just if I make copies of it, hard copies, I'll like sell them at shows, or if I start to get low and really want to just start promoting them, I'll just hand them out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like it's tough, especially when people aren't trying to buy a CD and they're just like, nah, well, I don't have it. Maybe you have Swipe, but they don't know what it is.
Right.
Now, Swipe is the thing with the texting. I don't have that, but basically like the whole that Square thing that like they're promoting now, because now everybody's starting to know it actually is a credit card swiper.
Right.
If you have that, a lot of people will be like, I don't know, it's gonna eat my card. I'm like, it's gonna give you your money back if it doesn't work. It's like, whatever.
Right.
But I've been doing a lot more digital and less actual physical copies. I'm gonna try to start to balance that out as I go now that people are starting to pay attention to me.
Yeah.
So that would be, I would say more digital.
Do you get into merch and everything? Do you sell T-shirts and all that?
Honestly, trying to find a reputable place to do T-shirts at this point. But I mean, I've done like some in the mall with like the good places that do it.
Yeah.
But I would just do short runs, and some people have it, some people don't. Kind of thing. So
it's hard with merch because obviously
Right.
you can generate a lot of revenue with it, but you got to put a significant amount in. Just
exactly,
to get the product.
it's kind of like you even yourself out when you do it, especially with T-shirts because it gets expensive.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I thought about getting a machine and just doing it myself, but even then, it's kind of that's ridiculous.
yeah.
So scrap that idea.
Very tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think do you think we'll eventually reach a point where there just are no CDs? Do you think that's where we're headed?
I think
all be digital?
It's gonna be probably a lot harder to find as many places that sell CDs.
Yeah.
I don't think they're necessarily gonna be phased out, especially because I think people are still going that route where they'll get something made up because they know still people are out there buying CDs.
Right.
I mean, I'm still buying some. I don't buy everything because let's face it, there's a lot of garbage out there, and maybe I like one or two songs an artist to put up, but let's say they're not on top of their game as they used to be.
Right.
I won't buy a whole CD for that reason. Maybe I'll go on iTunes and I'd say probably less CDs, but not completely gone.
Yeah. Vinyl has really had a resurgence.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've noticed that people are getting a little more nostalgic and they want to go back to that. I mean, it does sound better.
Oh yeah, nothing sounds better than vinyl. Yeah,
Love that click and pop sound. It's classic. Classic.
absolutely. So who influences you as far as
Well, lately I've been really getting into Flatbush Zombies a lot. I don't know if you've heard of them at all.
No.
They're really kind of out there. They're kind of like animated. I guess the best way to describe them is like, or at least one of the cats in the group was kind of like Busta Rhymes-ish back when he had the dreads and was crazy and jumping around, and, out of his mind and stuff like that. But yeah, exactly. I was just listening to that actually on the way here. That's crazy. But yeah, a lot of their stuff. Funk Volume is big with me, like Hobson and all them. I like a lot of what they're doing because they kind of still have fun with it. They keep the lyrics in there, and they're not really so much like stuck in one era per se, but the lyrics are still there, and that's really what counts. If the beat's a little updated, so what?
Right.
I'm with it.
Right.
But they're lately been influencing me, but like all time, obviously the pioneers, Rakim, Kane, Cool G Rap, KRS, all them, Gangstar, big one, R.I.P. Guru, so many, Big L, Big Pun, Biggie, Pac, I could go on forever, Nas.
Yeah. I could kind of. I'm not surprised, Nas.
Right.
I can
Cypress Hill.
I can hear that. Yeah, definitely. How do you feel about, because what you're doing, it's interesting. You're lyrically, as far as content and everything, what you're doing is so much smarter than what you hear on mainstream hip hop radio. But the production is so professional that it fits in that way. But I mean, how do you feel about the state of mainstream hip hop radio?
Don't really like it.
Yeah.
Don't really like it. And I mean, there's many reasons why I could go on forever about it, but like, I just feel like people aren't paying attention to lyrics anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I like a lot of the beats that are out now. I'm not going to pretend. I mean, there's some that are really stupid.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why did you bother? Like, that sounds like something I'd make fun of.
Right.
And I do. But, like, content-wise, I don't think it's always there. I mean, you got Kendrick Lamar, which is a good example of someone that's actually trying to, and J. Cole and, people like that are still putting lyrics out there that are, still kind of, making you think a little bit. But then, then you got Drake and whatever. I mean, take him and leave him. I don't completely hate Drake. I just don't like him as a person. Yeah. And, personally, I'm not going to buy a CD. But, I don't knock that he's actually trying to do something. I'm not a fan of his music, and I think he sucks.
Yeah, no, I think he sounds like he always has a cold.
Right, yeah, it's a good call. It's that auto-tune.
The first time I ever heard Drake, I thought it was Lil Wayne.
I know, everybody said that, and I thought this, I was like, I don't know what that is. Yeah. But I don't like Wayne either. So.
Right.
It was like a brief time where he was okay, and then just syrup.
Right. No.
I think if he got off that stuff, he'd be all right.
Yeah. He seems like he's.
But I really don't think any of them take it serious. Actually, my friend Brian, we actually were talking about this last Tuesday, I think, or last Thursday, that we actually kind of feel like a lot of that, like especially like 2 Chainz.
Yeah,
we think he's like just like a Tony Clifton kind of character almost, where he's just there being stupid and not really like, you know, respecting the art form, but everybody thinks it's the best stuff in the world.
Right.
And it's like he's just not serious, because I mean I probably can't say what his name used to be, but it was ridiculous as well.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah.
I guess he was like, my friend was just saying, I guess how he came up with 2 Chainz is someone saw him one day, he was wearing 2 Chainz, and they were like, "Hey, 2 Chainz," and he was like, "Oh, that's my name now," or something like that, I guess.
Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
2 Chainz, 4 bracelets. Like, come on, is that serious?
Right.
I can't take that serious.
By the way, for those who don't know the Tony Clifton reference, just Google it.
There you go.
Tony Clifton and
Can't give everything away.
Andy Kaufman. Yeah. Legendary stuff.
That was a genius. That was a genius idea on his behalf. That's all I gotta say.
Absolutely. I know that I don't really believe it. The whole conspiracy
That he's still around. Nah, he's
but I hope he is. You know,
it would be awesome. I mean,
I
think they debunked that actually a while ago. That the Tony, because they still had a Tony Clifton guy running around and all that.
Yeah.
And I guess it was that Rob Zamuda guy.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what the hell we're talking about right now. For the record,
just Google it. You'll be glad.
Yeah,
you did.
Google it. It's hilarious.
Good. It's
just
good
think
stuff.
taxi. Just think taxi.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's play another track. What do you want to play next?
What else did I give you? I'm trying to think now.
Let's see. I've got The Animal House.
Play the Animal House. Play that.
Okay.
Shout out to Delusional Animals, my brothers in Cali, Northern Cali. Jay Terrible, Grudge Gruesome. Myself, A Bizza. On the beat, literally.
All right, very good. So this is The Animal House from 8Bizza here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
What up, y'all? 8-Hyphen up in here. I'm in sunny Sacramento, California right now. You know I had to kick it with my animalistic brothers, Jay Terrible and Grudge Gruesome, for a minute. You in the Animal House now, motherfucker. I'm on some disconnected wires. I got a broke doorbell. Rub the ends together, I'll answer if all goes well. No ghost in the shell. I'm not dead to the public. I just don't like a lot of people, so I stay far from it. See if I'm not on that magical, what's wish get tragical. Your arm's too short, don't try to box, I'll just embarrass you. I'm asking you, did the fall hurt as a kid? Landed on your flat head like look what daddy done did. You 730 with a few remaining. Her booze on the crowd complaining. You think you killed it insanely. Swore it was simple and plainly. Painfully obvious you should go back and proofread. Food ain't quicker than wings with ain't dish and some blue cheese. I'm a delusional jungle creature that'll bite your face off without the need for steak sauce. Don't need to pay a great cost. This was the 8 of Botox. Spell it right though. 8-BZA or watch the lights go. All I need is drums to go off. So call me Tommy Lee. Minus a drug addiction and STD. You see, I would have said animal from the Muppets, but I'm not a puppet. But I'm just as wild to be honest. Fuck it. It don't really matter in a matter of minutes. You scream to scallywags are either gonna skate or be finished. You skied on mountains of foliage. Your domes are riddled with sickness. You a 2-piece and a biscuit, but it's carcinogenic.
Like tech hops to the B.O.B., I guess I am a psycho. I built a fort on top of the moon and I'm shooting a dude with a sniper rifle. I don't care if they're liking Michael. Promise you that to break the cycle. Y'all been fed a bunch of lies just like our version of the Bible since Catholics got a hold of it. Beating cats with a big old stick and it's wrapped and chained and it's out and flames when they go with upside the dome. You ifs, this one's for the homeless kids. Let's go steal for the rich and slice the tires to the wealthy people if you're feeling it ish. Oh my god, it's the controversy. The government, yeah, they wanna hurt me. Get them saying these people will probably kill me before I can hit 30, which ain't too far from here. So that means I only got a couple of years to say what the hell that I wanna say. And it gets this stuck in your ear. So we the is gonna go choke on a cunt from a nasty ass fap since it's been soaking in the sun in a sweatsuit. Yes, I am a jerk that disrespects dudes and guys that don't know how to rap right. They make me wanna cut their neck. True, I run with a bunch of dudes known as the delusional crew, and subliminally you got no clue what we're doing to you. We're ruining a few careers at a time with each of our lines, and it's sorta like funk volume, homie. We ain't even in our prime, and we're shining brighter than diamonds. Minds inside to be honest. These dudes, it's delusional animals. Rappers beware, we're all bullies.
Welcome to the animal house. what up, brother Botox? Toss that mic in my direction so I can slice and dice the silly suckers into 8 sections. I'll start at their ankles and work my way up to their jugular. Hip hop's our main shit. You better be careful how you fuck with her. If you ain't fit on the right, you best not let us find out. Find out what DA's all about. Leave you laid out with your eyes crossed out. When my rhymes pop out like a jack in the box, you catch 2 for flinching, 2 for sniffing. You already know what you get for snitching. No competition, so I just be killing motherfuckers at random. Even after I collect the ransom, you're gonna live to see your grandson. It ain't hard to tell when I'm both off. You're getting posted on and dissed on, so that make you wanna find something to slit your wrist on. The name's Grudge Gruesome, Berserker Beast with rabies. Getting under your skin like scabies when you find your ladies from all my babies. I ain't gonna say sorry cause I'm not that, buster fall back or get your jaw cracked. Yo, next to us you always be not whack. On a rough track, it's Mortal Kombat when I attack, sucker. You just a hack, get hacked into pieces. I cut my enemies on slack. I'm a nasty little ninja with blades at the end of my nunchucks, but a duck will be the next day without a luck. Schmuck, what the fuck you suck? We don't need to hear you spit to see it. Yo, shut the fuck up. Buck up while I'm spitting this up. Check out the back of a dump truck. When I'm rapping this trash vomit, it's at the speed of a comet. And Grudge is hazardous critics, so be careful what you comment.
Hey, you cunt kids, get off my front porch! I'm calling the authorities!
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your boy 8Bizza, aka Bobby Botox Flow, aka Your Mother Is Better, aka Too Many Nicknames, and you're checking out IPMNation.com, where the action never stops.
Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com, and our guest this week is 8Bizza. And before we wrap up, I want to remind everybody, of course, too, go to IPMNation.com/local outbreak. You might already be there if you're listening, but you might also be listening on 100.1 The Planet, which carries the show Sunday nights at 10 p.m. if you're in central New Hampshire. But we do archive all the shows on IPMNation.com, so you can go there and go all the way back to the beginning, IPMNation.com/local outbreak. We've been doing this for about 4 or 5 years now, so there are lots and lots of great artists you can listen to. And of course, too, want to remind you that we do record the show every Tuesday night. If you want to come down, check it out, or just come check out the studio, 50 Canal Street in downtown Laconia. Funky little gift shop and art gallery, and always something very cool to come check out. Melissa's always getting new stuff in. There's new art on the wall. Very, very cool. TheStudioNH.com if you want to take a look at the website. And come on down. Support your local businesses, please. It's important. Speaking of which, don't forget we're also sponsored by Central NH Events. If you need a DJ for your event, go to centralnhevents.com. You can hire Mr. Tim Martin. He does a phenomenal job. And 8Bizza, this has been great.
It's been great for me, too.
Tell us, where do we find you online? Where's the best place to go to keep up with everything?
All right,
that you're
I'd
doing?
say the best place to check out all my music, I keep updating it a lot, is my SoundCloud, which is soundcloud.com/8, the hyphen, BZA. You know what the hyphen is? There's an underscore and there's a hyphen. So it's soundcloud.com/8Bizza, 8 hyphen BZA. I'm on Twitter. No one really follows me, but if you'd like to follow me, at the one and only 8Bizza. No hyphen this time because they wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
I got stuff on YouTube. You can pretty much find me anywhere online. I got stuff on iTunes.
Yeah, you're easily Googleable.
Yeah, Googleable, Googles. But
and are you gonna be doing a lot of shows?
I'm trying to get back into it. If anybody needs to book me for a show, feel free to hit me up. BotoxFlow8@gmail.com. Please do. I need shows. I need money.
I got to ask too. Is there a story behind the Bobby Botox? Handle?
Basically, it's just to sum it up, is because of my flow. It's kind of tight and pressed to kind of like along the lines of injecting yourself with Botox.
Yeah,
and tighten things up, tighten the wrinkles up.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
So,
yeah, I was curious about that. Obviously,
I figured that would be the best way to explain it. And also check me in A Sea of Green. That's a movie that's going to be coming out this year.
Really?
Mr. DL. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's fairly well known in the New England area, especially for directing videos, shooting videos. It's his first movie.
Oh.
He's got a lot of well-known artists in there, including Slain from the Town,
really?
Sticky Fingers, Cypress Hill, Ed OG, the list goes on and on. That they're all in the movie, and I'm playing a cop, and it's hilarious.
Oh, no kidding!
And it's also serious. So
when is that out? Do you know?
It's going to be out this year. I want to say around August 5th, I believe, was the tentative release of it. If you go on to GoFundMe.com, though, you could actually fund the movie and get a copy early, as well as a copy of the soundtrack. And if you pledge $50, I think you get a T-shirt as well, along the lines of a bunch of other stuff. I don't know, but definitely fund the movie because it's an awesome It's an awesome one.
Nice. So it's called The Sea of Green?
A Sea of Green.
A Sea of Green. Where was it shot?
It was shot in Lowell, parts of California.
Okay.
I think he said parts of Maine as well. But yeah, around a lot of parts of New England and Maine. I mean, in Cali.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Because apparently Maine's not part of New England in my mind. Sorry, Maine.
That's easy to forget,
I love
Maine.
you.
Well, very good. Have you played any shows in Maine, by the way? Portland's got a pretty good
I've
good
actually
scene going.
I've done some open, the showcases and stuff like that at the Big Easy a couple times.
Oh, cool.
And they did like the whole rap night thing. They brought that down to Manchester. I think there's still one in Maine as well.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I've done some of that. That's fun. I enjoy that.
Yeah. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Well, 8Bizza, thank you again. And
Thanks for having me. Anytime you want me on, just shout.
yeah, absolutely. Once you have some new stuff recorded too, I'll have you back.
Definitely. I'm recording new stuff all the time.
Are you?
So,
Good.
Yeah, just
Good.
say the word, man. I'll
Oh.
keep you posted too.
Fantastic. Okay. And what do you want to play to wrap up the show?
Pack that loud, play that.
Okay.
And shout out to the Snow Goons, by the way. They're finally checking for me. I appreciate that.
That's a familiar name. Right?
That is a familiar name, I'm sure. They've done a lot of stuff like Sean Strange, the Goondocks.
Okay.
They're going to do something with Onyx soon.
Yeah.
They just did a whole thing with Reef the Lost Cause.
Oh, okay.
But they just started following me today on SoundCloud.
Nice.
So I just wanted to shout them out.
Good. All right. There you
Shout
go.
out to Tribeca as well.
Nice.
I'm going to have to send you that track because I actually just finished that recently and started getting some
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Cool. All right. So this is called Pack That Loud.
Pack that loud to the pain go away.
All right. Pack That Loud from 8Bizza here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com. Take a listen.
Pack that loud to the pain go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Go away.
Cause life is real, gotta escape, got a lot on my plate. In the mirror stands a man that I hate. I strive to make him great, for the sake of us, me, myself, and I, the three that never let me self-destruct. But I'll get rich or I'll die, same as Curtis before I let the demons straight convince the kid that he worthless. I have a purpose, just wait for my body to surface in the right stream. I know the notion makes him nervous in lime green. It might seem I'm barrel bottom, but it's mainly my affliction manifesting every autumn through the winter until the spring and the summer show they faces. I need to be numb so I can free my mind and face this. My whole demeanor needs a facelift. What I have is common like a cold, but it's not on a band of bracelet, but I won't fold. I get the let it smolder till I tone down emotions, decimate until it's over.
Pack that loud to the pain go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Go away.
Said I don't wanna shut the world out, but there's still a billion things I'm not sure about. And I don't wanna shut the world out, but I'm hiding till I find a way to sort them out. I gotta face my own roadblocks, stand on my own too. Make that boom knock, reach 4 blocks. I'm from the zoo, so what do you expect? Still I have my hard times like all the rest. It's heavy in my chest, so where that bless at? If I'ma overthink, it's gonna be put to use. It's cheaper than seeing a shrink. Sometimes you wanna get loose without reaching for a drink. No time for substance abuse. If you got it, we should link. I don't eat and don't sleep without my medication, but won't mess with it if it lacks prepared dedication. In need of a vacation, but that's an understatement. When my take and my bag is on E, I'm standing and pacing. My whole demeanor needs a facelift. What I have is common like a cold, but it's not on a band of bracelet, but I won't fold. I get that let it smolder till I tone down emotions, decimate until it's over.
Pack that loud to the pain go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Pack that loud to the pain go away. Go away.
Said I don't wanna shut the world out, but there's still a billion things I'm not sure about. And I don't wanna shut the world out.
IPMNation.com.